It's going to be an interesting matchup this year with Buffalo and New England. I'm not a believer in Josh Allen. Let's just say that. I don't believe in Josh Allen. You guys know this. This is not a surprise for you. You guys know that I'm not a believer. Don't act like that towards me when Josh Allen done nothing in this league.
Hello, what did you just do to Bill Belichick and your Patriots, bud?
Huh?
You watch that game, and your takeaway after watching Josh Allen throw 5 touchdown passes,
Yeah, the
and
defense didn't show
watching
up.
him. Yeah, but you think Patrick Mahomes is him, and he just went toe to toe with Patrick Mahomes like it was nothing. And oh, by the way, it was his 4th year in the NFL. He is,
He
by the way, he
lost.
was drafted the same year as Baker Mayfield.
He
And if you're
lost.
all in on Baker Mayfield, and you're okay, well, the reason he lost, he didn't get the ball at the end. If he did, he would have certainly won that game because that Chiefs defense was one of the best in the NFL in the season, and it didn't mean nothing to him. Same way it did against that Patriots defense. The fact of the matter is, man, if you're a Baker believer, and so what are you getting at here?
Josh Allen's the
What
best quarterback in
gives?
football.
Is he not
He's
on the same
done
level as Pat
nothing.
Mahomes?
He's done nothing
You want to know what
in
it
the
is, Justin?
NFL to
I
prove he's a
see. I
top
see what he's
five
doing. I
quarterback.
see what he's doing. So for Brandon, it's about. I agree. It's about production and Super Bowls. If you produce like a Matthew Stafford and you win a Super Bowl, you're top 5. I'd assume Brandon then by default has Matthew Stafford over Josh Allen. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
No,
easy.
That's insane. But moving forward, if Baker doesn't put up those types of numbers, if he wins a Super Bowl, is he better than Josh Allen who puts up the elite numbers, but maybe he never wins a Super Bowl?
That depends. Does Baker Mayfield win a Super
All
Bowl
right.
MVP?
I don't care what Baker Mayfield does. He's not a better
Oh my
quarterback than Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's not the best quarterback in the NFL, and that's a laughable statement that you would
He's
make.
in
Not
Mahomes'
laughable.
camp.
It's not
Yes, it is
laughable.
laughable.
Justin and I are we're not looking at quarterback wins. Do you think quarterback wins do you think wins is a quarterback stat?
We all know this, yes, and it is a quarterback stat. You guys are like the only two people on earth that don't think that.
That's not true.
It's so true.
So for
Every
Matthew
other
Stafford,
time
all
out.
right. So if you're
Every other
Matthew
position.
Stafford, no. If you're a Matthew Stafford believer and wins the quarterback stat, then explain to me how him never winning Detroit outside one season. Explain that to me. How he's top 5 then?
Detroit.
But it's a quarterback stat. That's what matters.
Then it's a quarterback stat. If it's a
What did he do when he
quarterback
was?
stat, then it's
What
on
did he
him.
just do? What did he just do when he had a team that actually believed in wanted to
Answer
win?
this
That's the
question.
point. That's
Answer
why
the
we're
12
saying
years
that
came
wins aren't a
before that.
quarterback stat because of what he just did in LA.
Man,
So he won. What do you mean?
Yes,
he won?
I get that, but what
he hadn't won a playoff game until then.
he
Zero
didn't
playoff
have the
wins.
talent around him to win.
He didn't
So
have the talent in Detroit to win.
That's
Out of
what I'm
Kelvin
one
saying.
Johnson.
year.
All right, stop. He had Kelvin Johnson, one of the best receivers of all time. Stop
And that's
saying
it.
that. Golden Tate? Golden Tate was good.
Golden Tate,
It's a good number 2.
With Jim
talent.
Schwartz as the head coach and Coach
But
Spencer.
he had talent around. I'm tired of this. Matthew Stafford had one of the greatest receivers of all time on his team. I understand the organization was not good. It was one of the worst in the NFL. But the fact of the matter is, Calvin Johnson is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
And Matt Stafford put up very good numbers.
Yeah, but he never
Matt
won
Stafford
with
also
that.
had a very long career without Calvin Johnson in Detroit.
He played
So-
7 years with Megatron.
My point is about wins not being a QB stat is had he been surrounded with better talent, or a better running game, better defense, he's a winning quarterback in Detroit. He did not have that. So that's why I do not knock his tenure at Detroit because of what he had. That's why I'm saying wins aren't exactly it's perception is not reality. What you're seeing in those stats, what you're seeing in the record, doesn't exactly tell you the full story. Deshaun Watson played for a terrible team in Houston, and he had MVP numbers.
No, the NFL in passing, but he didn't win a Super Bowl. He didn't make the playoffs, so he's not even top 10 because of that.
So what? I mean, what? So is quarterback the most important position on the field?
It is.
Okay. So then, what position
But
impacts
this
the game
isn't
more than
Okay,
basketball.
but
This
what can
isn't
a quarterback
basketball.
do if their defense is surrendering 35 points a game? What does a quarterback do?
Well,
Score
Justin,
41.
the quarterback's a leader, so he has to make sure the defense doesn't let that happen, right, Brent?
What?
Look, a quarterback can only impact the game so much. In basketball, you can play on both ends. There's only 10 total players on the court. So a LeBron can lead a team to the championship, but what if LeBron James can't play on one end of the ball? And more specifically, what if there's another 10 more players on his team, let alone 20 more, 21 more on the field? What Justin and I are getting at here is a quarterback can only do so much.
That's a
Deshaun
false
was
statement.
elite.
That's a false
Deshaun,
statement. They touched
buddy,
the
what are you
ball
talking
on
about?
basically every
So then
offensive
why did the
play.
Texans win 4 games when Deshaun Watson had an MVP season? What are you talking about?
The defense was trash.
Like we
Okay,
just said,
that's
so
the
it's not a
point.
quarterback stats.
So, but that I don't understand. I can't understand you guys because if winning's not a quarterback stat, then why the hell does the quarterback get the most money? Why does the quarterback get the most praise? Why does the quarterback get the most blame? Why does the quarterback touch the ball the most? Why does the quarterback impact the game the most out of any other position?
You just
Why does
said
the
it.
why is the is it quarterback? Why can you not win a Super Bowl without an elite quarterback? Because it's a
You
quarterback
can.
league. This
You
is a
you can.
quarterback league. If
Teams
we're in a
have.
quarterback league, if we're in an offensive league, the quarterback is the most important position on the
Yes.
field. Then what the hell are we
You're
talking
not
about that
listening
the
to us.
quarterback
You're not
doesn't
listening to
directly
us.
impact the game? How
A
is that
quarterback
not
has the
true?
biggest impact. You're not listening to what Justin and I are saying. The quarterback by far is the most impact, but football is a team sport,
I'm
and a
not
quarterback can
disagreeing
only
here, Jim.
impact 30% of the game, let's say. He can only do so much in
No.
spite of being the most valuable by far. This is
No.
a team sport. There are two sides of the
Yes.
ball, and you can only play on one side. And here's the thing. If you have crappy receivers who can't make plays and they struggle to catch the ball, and your offensive line can't protect you, look, you're only as good as your weakest link. And the fact of the matter is, you can have 2 very good offensive linemen. You can have Joe Thomas at left tackle and, I don't know, Andrew Whitworth on the right side, let's say. But if the interior, the 3 guys in the middle, can't do nothing and they're terrible, those 3 players spoil the rest of the offensive line. That's how this sport works, man. It's not all about
It
the
is all
quarterback,
about
though
the
it's by far
quarterback.
the most
How is
important
it not
position.
all about the quarterback?
But you
How?
just said the defense stunk, which is how the
How is it
Texans
not
won
all
4
about the
games with
quarterback?
Deshaun. Because they aren't everything. They are a huge piece. They're the biggest piece by far. But this is so much of a team game. You can't, if you have 1 or 2 weak links, then guess what? You're going to struggle mightily. Remember Matthew Stafford in the Super Bowl's thrown to, what was the dude's name that couldn't catch the football? When Odell tore his ACL? I mean, 1 weak link can spoil the rest of the unit, my man. And that's why quarterback wins is not all a quarterback stat. They can only accomplish and do so much for a
I
team.
don't know about you, but I specifically remember a quarterback, Matthew Stafford against Tampa Bay, made the game-winning touchdown throw, impacted the game. Matthew Stafford led the fourth quarter comeback in
We're
the
never
Super
going to
Bowl
agree on
against
this.
the Bengals.
So
Won the game.
I view quarterbacks, and I think I've said this on the show before, that I believe quarterbacks and pitchers in baseball are very, very similar. As far as wins in baseball for pitchers aren't, it's not a pitcher stat. We don't look at it and glorify it anymore. Yesterday, just last night, the Yankees are playing the Cardinals, right? Domingo Germán for the Yankees is on the mound. He goes 5 innings, only allows 4 hits, 1 earned run. 1 earned run. Guess what? He got the loss. The final score of that game was 1-0. He had 0 run support. 0 run support. But he pitched a gem. He pitched a gem. It happens. If you're the people around you are not contributing, then you could
That
only
is what
you
you
could only
signed up
go
for.
out there and go get yours.
You
That
saw it
is
in the
what you
AFC
signed up for.
Championship with Mahomes versus
That is
Josh Allen.
that is what you signed up for as a quarterback. As a quarterback, you understand you are the leader of the team. You're the most important position on the field, and that you will get the praise if you win and the blame of you if you lose. That is what a quarterback. They understand
Did
that when they
Josh Allen get
But
the
the
blame
thing
when he
is,
lost
you
the
took
Chiefs?
all the blame off of Baker Mayfield and you pointed it at everything else, everything on the outside. Every failure that Cleveland went through, if we pointed it at Baker Mayfield, you're like, no,
It was the
it's this,
coaches.
it's that.
it was the coach. Are we
Okay,
But the
gonna sit
coaches
here and
weren't
say
out
it
there.
wasn't
The
the
coaches
coach?
weren't out there
wins aren't
executing.
exactly a QB stat. It wasn't all his fault.
Are we gonna sit here and say it wasn't? Like, you really going to get into the gritty deep? We all. What do you?
But that's the thing. We're
That's the point,
agreeing
man.
with you. We're agreeing with that statement that it wasn't all Baker. It was all the things around him.
Obviously, it wasn't Baker because you could see the things around him.
So was that a quarterback stat when he was struggling his second year going 6-10? Was that a
But it
clear
also
indication?
what? But it also, because you didn't let me finish. But it also was partly Baker's fault because of how he played last season.
But I'm talking about 2019 as well. But yeah.
Okay, well, but last season was it's the NFL. It's what have you done for me lately? So that's what he did for us last year. So he didn't perform at the well what he got, and he got. Trust me, I might be the one defending him, but you could look, turn on your TV, go on your phone. You'll see everybody saying, "No, this was Baker's fault. This was Baker's fault. No, this was Baker's fault." Everybody else is saying it. I'm one of the few people saying, "No, no, no. Look at the whole story around him.